Hello, you're watching the Daily B News and the stories that made the headlines today.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Trọng continues official friendship visit to Cuba. Vietnam's ambassador to the U.S., Nguyễn Quốc Cường, meets representatives of about 50 U.S. firms in Washington. Ho Chi Minh's prison diary on display in the Republic of Korea.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Trọng continued his official friendship visit to Cuba with many activities. In the morning of April 11th, he met with the President of the National Assembly of People's Power of Cuba.
At the meeting, the two sides affirmed their resolve to deepen the solidarity, friendship, and multifaceted cooperation between the two parties, states, legislative bodies, and people, both bilaterally and multilaterally. They also stated to continue their support for each other and coordination at international forums. Trọng expressed his delight at visiting Cuba in his capacity as Vietnam's Party General Secretary. He praised the achievements Cuba has recorded during past years, especially in economics, social affairs, national defense, education, and health care. President of the National Assembly of People's Power, Cuba, Ricardo Alarcón de Quesada, expressed thanks to Vietnam for their valuable support of the party, state, and people of Cuba. He spoke highly of Vietnam's achievements during its modernization process, saying the experiences are very useful for Cuba. The same day, General Secretary Trọng met with General Secretary of the United Left Movement Party of the Dominican Republic, José Miguel Mejia. Trọng reaffirmed Vietnam's support for the struggle for justice of the MIU party and Dominican people. He said he believes that the MIU party will record greater victories in the struggle for the interests and happiness of the working people, contributing to the common struggle of Dominican and other Latin American people. Both agreed to enhance cooperation in economics, trade, investment, and other fields, in the spirit of equality, mutual benefit, and mutual support, as well as for peace, cooperation, and development in Southeast Asia, Latin America, and the world at large.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc held talks with Australian Deputy Prime Minister and Treasurer Wayne Swan during his current visit to Australia.
The two sides agree on a package of measures to comprehensively boost bilateral relations, especially through the exchange of people-to-people activities. They said they were both satisfied with the developments in the two countries' comprehensive partnership in all areas, ranging from politics, diplomacy, national defense and security, to economics, trade, investment, education and training, and culture and tourism. They declared they would ensure that the Vietnam-Australia Plan of Action for 2010-2013 will progress on schedule, and events to celebrate the 40th anniversary of their diplomatic ties in 2013 will be jointly held. They agreed to facilitate trade and investment promotions and to enable businesses from both countries to establish partnerships in several areas, including energy, mining, processing industries, and services. Both deputy PMs welcomed the positive developments in defense and security cooperation, especially the signing of an extradition agreement and a memorandum of understanding between Vietnam's Ministry of Justice and Australia's Attorney General Department during this visit. Australia will consider Vietnam's proposal to open a direct air route between Sydney and Hanoi, which will help to facilitate tourism, said Swan.
Vietnam's ambassador to the U.S., Nguyễn Quốc Cường, met with representatives of about 50 U.S. firms in Washington on April 11th.
He called on American firms to support Vietnam in gaining the U.S. grant of the Generalized System of Preferences and recognition for its market economy. Ambassador Cường said that any support will help increase cooperation between the two countries, as well as speed up negotiations on the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. He urged the American Business Association to lobby the US Congress and the administration to recognize the benefits of Vietnam being in the negotiations, particularly in the garment and footwear sector. He asked US firms to continue to invest and trade with Vietnam and pointed out that the US, as Vietnam's largest trading partner and bilateral economic cooperation, has made gains in recent times.
The Asian Development Outlook Update, launched by the Asian Development Bank ADB, forecast in Hanoi April 11th that Vietnam's growth is to slow down to stand at 5.7% this year before picking up to 6.2% next year.
ADB Country Director for Vietnam, Tomoyuki Kimura, said that inflation could drop to just under double digits this year, but then is expected to rise again to 11.5% in 2013. This is in tandem with economic growth and expectations of higher global food prices, as well as hikes in domestic electricity and fuel costs. From our point of view, safeguarding the banking sector should be the immediate priority. The longer-term requirement is to develop a diversified and efficient financial system that can mobilise the funding to meet a 7 to 8% economic growth target. Financial analysts praised government efforts to make structural reforms this year and stressed the need to increase transparency of the financial performances by state-owned enterprises and restructure the financial sector. This is especially true for the banking sector, which needs to develop diverse and efficient financial systems to meet this year's target growth of 7 to 8%, they said.
Nearly 300 businesses from 18 countries and territories are showcasing their products and services at the International Fair on Garments and Textiles Equipment and Accessories that opened in Ho Chi Minh City on April 11th.
The four-day fair, called Saigon Tex 2012, is seen as a great opportunity for garment and textile businesses, both in Vietnam and overseas, to exchange information, seek out new sources of materials, and expand their operations. The organising board, the VCCI Exhibition Service Company, said that Saigon Text is the only garment and textile industry trade event in Vietnam that is up to international standards and is a great help for promoting local products overseas. As part of the event, a number of seminars and symposiums will also be held, where businesses can discuss ways of developing the garment and textile industry.
The Khánh Hòa Selanginese Nest Company has just opened a new branch in Cambodia on April 11th.
At the opening ceremony, Vietnamese ambassador to Cambodia, Ngo Anh Zum, said the inauguration is a meaningful activity to mark the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship and Solidarity Year and the 45th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Vietnam and Cambodia. It is expected to contribute to increasing two-way trade, Zum said. The company said the new branch is not only a good business opportunity, but also a chance to promote Vietnam's products and culture in international markets. The traditional friendship between Vietnam and Cambodia has been developing well in many fields. Two-way trade reached $2.8 billion in 2011 and is expected to hit $5 billion by 2015. Both governments are trying their best to promote relations and cooperation in the interests of both peoples.
A calligraphy exhibition on President Ho Chi Minh's renowned prison diary is opening at the Sancheon National University's museum in South Jeolla Province in the Republic of Korea.
On display are 45 works by 23 calligraphers from Gwangju and South Jeolla provinces. The event aims to mark the 122nd birthday of President Ho Chi Minh. It is also an activity to celebrate the 20th anniversary of diplomatic ties between Vietnam and the Republic of Korea. The exhibition will run until April 25. All the works of art will be transferred to two ROK cultural centres in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh and put on display to mark Uncle Ho's birthday on May 19.
Vietnam's first food festival for coastal cities and provinces opened in the southern coastal city of Vũng Tàu on April 11th.
The festival, which will run until April the 15th, features 52 stalls by restaurants and hotels from 33 coastal cities and provinces throughout the country. Visitors to the festival will enjoy specific seafood products, contests between regional dishes, cooks who present the most attractive on-site cuisine art, display items made of fruit, and art performances will enchant visitors. The festival will provide a chance for businesses to exchange experiences and improve the quality of service. It will also introduce visitors to the active coastal Vũng Tàu city with plentiful tourism and cultural activities.
And those are all the stories for today. Thanks for watching and take care.